Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Avani Ratan, your faculty at Conceptual Psychology. I welcome you all to the sixth subpart of social psychology. We are going to quickly revise aggression and we're going to quickly help you learn for M.Phil clinical psychology exam for IHBAS. Starting with, what is aggression? Aggression is any behavior that is intended to harm another person who does not wish to be harmed. Now, aggression can be physical, which is hitting, pushing. It could be verbal through insults and threats. It could be indirect, such as spreading rumors or maybe socially excluding somebody. And aggression is different from assertiveness. Assertiveness is standing up for one's rights without hurting others, whereas aggression is harming others intentionally. So, yelling at a classmate to humiliate them is aggression. Firmly telling someone to respect your boundaries is assertiveness. Talking about the types of aggression, the very first is the hostile aggression. It is driven by anger and with the goal of causing pain, maybe punching someone during a heated argument. The second is instrumental aggression, which as a means to an end, right? It is goal oriented. So a robber hits a guard to steal the money. The harm is not the main goal, it's a tool to achieve the theft. Then there is direct aggression, where you're harming someone face to face, insulting or slapping someone directly. Then there is indirect aggression, where you are harming someone without direct confrontation. So maybe spreading rumors about a colleague to damage their reputation. Theories of aggression. The very first is the instinct theory, which was given by Freud and Lorenz. So aggression, it is an inborn instinct that builds up and must be released through catharsis. So watching violent sports or venting anger is thought to reduce aggression, though research shows it often increases it. The second is the frustration aggression hypothesis given by Dollard. So, frustration, which is the blocked goals, always leads to aggression. It was later modified that frustration increases the likelihood of aggression but does not always cause it. So, worker was denied promotion may yell at family members, which is displacement. That is an example of the frustration aggression hypothesis. The third is the social learning theory by Bandura, that aggression is learned by observing others and imitating them. So the famous Bobodol experiment given by Bandura, where children who saw adults act aggressively towards a doll also imitated aggressive behavior. So kids who are exposed to violent video games or movies may show more aggression in real life. Then comes the cognitive new association theory given by Berkowitz. So the negative emotions, which are anger, frustration, pain, heat, they trigger aggression, right? So people are more likely to honk aggressively in hot weather traffic jams. Coming to the excitation-transfer theory given by Zillman. Here, the arousal from one situation can carry over and intensify the aggression in another one. So, after exercising, which is an arousal, a person may get angrier during an argument than they normally would. Then comes general aggression model given by Anderson and Bushman. So here the aggression results from the interaction of personal factors like the traits and beliefs, and situational factors, which are the provocation and the environment. So, a person with an aggressive personality is more likely to lash out when provoked in a competitive game. Let us quickly discuss the factors influencing aggression. First are the biological factors, which are your genetics. So, aggressiveness can be partly inherited. So, hormones which such as the high testosterone is linked with aggression. Here the brain regions are amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, which plays the key roles. So animal studies, they show that removing the testosterone reduces the aggressive behavior. The second are the situational factors such as alcohol, because it would reduce your self-control, it would increase the aggression. Then there is heat, more violent crimes occur in hot seasons. Then there is crowding, which is, the overcrowded areas, they increase stress and irritability. So bar fights are more common when there is alcohol, there is heat, and there is crowded space, which is combined. Coming to the social and the cultural factors, the culture of honor. So in some cultures, men respond aggressively to threats to reputation. So in the rural southern US, insults are more likely to provoke physical fights than in the northern US. Then we also look at the media violence, where there is repeated exposure which normalizes aggression. Talking about how do we reduce aggression? So, punishment, if it is immediate, if it is consistent, and if it is fair. So, strict penalties for violent crimes can deter future aggression. Then there is modeling, which is non aggression. So, parents who handle conflicts calmly instead of shouting is an example. Then there is social skills training, where teaching children conflict resolution strategies in school would be a very good way to reduce aggression. Then there are cognitive approaches, where anger management programs that teach reframing thoughts. Maybe he didn't mean to insult me. That is how you teach the reframing thoughts. Then there is catharsis. Research suggests that venting does not reduce aggression, it often makes people angrier. All right. Now, how do we summarize aggression? Aggression is intentional harm, it can be hostile or instrumental. Theories explain aggression as instinctual, frustration based, learned, or due to situational or biological factors. And the best prevention is education, self control, and modeling peaceful behavior. That's how we could summarize the session on aggression. I wish you happy learning. Thank you.